Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. It's December 21st, 2012. To my left is Logan Burgess and I'm Brock Shimbano. We had a positive end of the week for the grain markets after a couple of sharp days of selling. Let's turn over to Fire Tip to see what happened in Chicago. Corn was actually up 6.5 cents today. Soybeans up 21.5, wheat up 2 in Chicago. Kansas City was off just a little bit today, down about 1.5 cents. You know, Logan, it didn't really seem like we had a lot of fundamental news to drive the markets today. What I do think we did see was some short covering as we headed into the weekend. We saw quite a big sell-off over the last couple of days, so I didn't think this was unexpected to have a little bit of a positive day here.
Yeah, Brock, I'm right there with you. It seemed like a little bit of a snapback, really reacting to a technically oversold condition, especially in soybeans there. Brock, I guess fundamentally today, we didn't have a lot of new news, but we did get the cattle on feed report here this afternoon. Let's quickly run through what we saw there. Out of that report, 11.3 million head reported on December 1st. As you can see here for the month of December, that's down about 6% from last December. Year to date, however, right now we're about 3.8% behind last year. Brock, it's kind of interesting to take a look at. Right now, the USDA is factoring in about a 9% reduction in feed usage on the year, and certainly cattle doesn't account for all that feed usage, but right now only being down 3.8%. Some people could look at that and argue that maybe this is going to develop into a bullish story for corn. I think the bottom line, though, right now is that although that may be, we really need to wait until those quarterly grain stock numbers come out in January for confirmation of where the feed use is going. So we'll keep you posted on that here on GrainTV. Brock, I know here on Friday a lot of times we take a look at the cash market. What's going on in cash grain right now?
Yeah, if you take a look at what the spot soybean basis levels did last week, we were actually up just a couple cents for spot soybeans. The area I'd like to take a little bit of closer look at is the Gulf area. We were actually off 8 cents down in the Gulf. I think some of that was probably driven by those cancellations we saw from China and some unknown destinations earlier this week in the export sales. Yep. So I think that drove some of that Gulf basis down a little bit, about 8 cents today, this week. If you take a look at corn, a little bit different story. We're up about 1 cent on average for the spot basis levels across the country. A couple of different markets here, though. We saw the Gulf down 6 cents this week, right, but we did see ethanol plants up 1.5% across the, or 1.5 cents across the country. So there's a little bit of two different kinds of markets there. And again, I think the export market was really driving the Gulf basis levels down this week. Right. And it was kind of surprising to see the ethanol levels actually up, given that we've seen pretty poor production over the last several weeks or so.
Yeah, certainly, Brock. Well, it looks like certainly a little bit of weakness. Kind of a mixed market, though, I guess, overall in the cash market. We'll keep you posted on that here moving forward. Kind of turning our attention to next week, we're certainly going to have a holiday shortened week. We're going to have an early close on Monday, and then the trade's going to open, resume trading on 9:30 Central Time on Wednesday of next week. So one thing to kind of keep on your horizons right now is that we do have first notice day for January soybeans coming up on the 31st of December, I believe. So it might be a good time to kind of look at that, see if it's time to start rolling out of those positions, especially given the short trade week. But that kind of wraps up our show here, though, for Friday afternoon on GrainTV. Everyone out there, thanks a lot for joining us. Have a great, safe weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.